So I just want to put this video together. It's about, prepping your food for the next day. A lot of people don't understand like the concept, and they do, but it's like seems like all this work that you have to do. And it's a little extra work at first, and getting used to prepping your meals is a chore. I remember the first time I prepped my first meal, it took me literally like 3 hours because I was weighing everything. I didn't understand what I was doing. I really didn't know about how many carbs and proteins I needed. We'll talk about more of that in another video, but I just wanted to run you through like a day of prepping food and understanding like, it's not really that hard. And once you're done and you get it down, it's like this really quick system. So watch it. A little pan right here. Put a little aluminum foil on it so my food doesn't stick. And take this like pan. They make all different kinds of this shit, but sorry, excuse my language. But it's like 0 calories, so it's awesome. And then I just take this chicken and just throw it in there, man. You just gotta put this in there. And then I had the oven on 450, 18 minutes. I take it out, no matter if I think it's done or not, but it's always done. And plus, the next day, I have to microwave it anyway. So if you cook it too long, it'll end up drying out. And then I'll take a little bit of garlic salt and I'll sprinkle it on here with a little bit of pepper and sprinkle it on here. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of paprika or crushed red pepper. But today I'm just going to do a dash of garlic, salt, and pepper, and then I'm going to put that Jack Daniels on there. Jack Daniels on the scale, and then I leave it on there so it zeroizes it. And then I just shake a little bit off onto here, and I check the weight. And once I get to 34 grams, because that's what one serving is, there it is. I'm good to go, and then I just spread it around a little bit with a fork. And once it goes in the oven, the juices will combine with it, and it'll just be covered in there. It'll be good enough, nice and flavorful. I do 40 grams of oatmeal, and there's 16 grams of peanut butter in there, which I weighed first. Put a little boiling water in here and just let it sit till the morning. I boil the water in the pan, and then I just pour it right in here, 1 cup of water, and I just let this sit, and it's gonna just turn into great oatmeal. Stir it up in the morning, little Splenda. And then I have 6 eggs, 3 whole. 3 whole. I don't know what's going on with this camera right now. So for those eggs that I just scrambled up, those 6, I got the pan on. Put a little bit of pan spray in there. And then got on like 6 heat right now. Just gonna pour this bad boy in there. Let it cook up. Just sit here for a minute till it hardens up a little bit. And then you can get under it. And usually I'll take my other hand and like tip the pan a little. Or you can just, mess them all up. But I'm usually pretty good at keeping a clean pan when I do this. But I have 2 hands. Not today though. We'll see. But I just wanted to kind of like show you guys like how I make my meals and whatnot, and how, it's pretty easy. I do spend about, around an hour in the kitchen every day, maybe a little less depending on what I make and how I make it. But it's totally worth it, man. I have all my meals on me every single day, and I'm always ready to go. So no matter what, like if I have to go somewhere, I can eat them cold if I have to. It's I prefer them warm, but I know I'm putting into my body what I want and when I want. So, like I said, I'll take the chicken that I'm making, which is down here. And this package came with 5 pieces, but I'll still break it up with 4 different meals, because I'll have that sweet potato, which I'll break up into 3 of those meals, to the 4th one I have after I work out, and I have another serving of oatmeal with that. So that way, let's say I only have, I'm really busy during the day, and I only have time to cook or to eat, twice, before I go to the gym. I'll just eat 2 of those meals, and then I'll eat the rest of them after I get back from the gym. So the most important meals for me though are the one I have like about an hour before I go to the gym, and then directly after, and then I base everything off of that. I go from gym time, and then everything else comes after that. So I just feel it's most important to supply my body with what I need when I cook, or when I work out, and then when I'm done. And I feel good too, because after you eat when you're done working out, your veins get all crazy. So, I said this before, but I just want to remind everyone, the most important thing when you're prepping meals is not to overcook it. So even if it looks like a little wet in there, I'm gonna microwave it tomorrow, so I'd rather it be a little wet right now, and then tomorrow be perfect when it comes out of the container. So then that way, my eggs aren't super dry. Because that's the one big thing that, like, when I first started making food, I didn't know what I knew what I was kind of doing, but like I just didn't have the experience that I have now with it. So that's my pan after I cooked. Pretty proud of that one. Probably just throw the fish right on it. Who cares? A little bit of egg ain't gonna hurt it. But yeah, just keep it a little undercooked. I mean, it's really not even that undercooked, but I just keep it like a little wet looking, so then that way, when I do heat it up in the microwave in the morning, it doesn't dry it all out. Because I've overcooked my eggs, which I don't mind, I'll eat them, but then when you overcook them, and then you put them in the microwave the next day in this container, it's like super dry, and they're very unenjoyable. So I got the serving of ham in there, some eggs. I mean, look at that. That's going to be delicious tomorrow. And I have a cup of oatmeal with that. Let's see how that's doing. Look at that. Look, it's fucking ready to go, dude. And just scrape a little, stir it up in the morning after I heat it up in the microwave for 1 minute. I put a little Splenda on it, and I'll put a serving of strawberries in there, which is 100 grams of strawberries. So that's like my first meal of the day if I want to crush that. A lot of times I'll just eat one of them, and I'll wait a little while, and I'll eat the other one, just to spread my meals out, because right now I'm eating 1,950 calories, which it gets, you get hungry, man. You gotta stay hungry, as they say. Not just stay hungry for the weights in the gym, but you gotta stay hungry, literally. So, and in another video, I'll talk about how I do a cheat meal. Sometimes every 2 weeks. Sometimes I'll hit a small one once a week, and it's really crazy how it boosts my base metabolism rate and or my base metabolic rate, and I'll literally like lose weight the next day because my body just is trying to destroy the food I put into it, and then all of a sudden the next day I'm back on my diet strict, and it just literally like shreds me up. So, alright, so here it is. I'm gonna put a little bit of this cayenne red pepper on here just to give it a little bit of kick. I can maybe a little bit of pepper too, regular pepper. It should be enough. Depending on your spice preferences. The chicken timer just went off, so we'll check that out real quick. Here we go. Like I said, juices are all over it, man. The packages of chicken I buy are pretty consistent on weight, so I just kind of run with a number. It's around a pound. It's usually around like 14, 15 ounces. Don't quote me on it though. This one might be a little heavier or lower, but I always just mark it at that much. But I weigh it anyway, just to double check to see where I'm at, because it's mostly water in there. Because sometimes I'll cut the chicken all up and I'll cook it inside of a pan, and it'll weigh less than if I bake it because there's more juice stored inside. Also, obviously the Jack Daniel's sauce is on there. So we're gonna take this Tupperware container right here, and we'll just put it on our tray. Turn it on, it'll zero right out. And get some tongs over here. There you go. Oh, my bad. This is why I don't like this scale, but it's whatever, it works. You have to turn it to ounces down here. Still zeroed out. Alright. Let's put all. So we have 15.7 in there. And I just like to take this juice after I weighed it and I know how much is in there, and just pour it in there. So it helps keep it nice and juicy. So tomorrow I just remember these numbers, and I'll throw 15.7 in there. I use Lose It is an app I like to use. Some people use FitnessPal, whatever. It helps track my food and my weight. Now as you see, this is like turning white right here. That's what you want. So I'll just let this cook a little bit longer, and then I'll flip it over. And we're almost done. I started this at, I think it's 9:40 or something, or 8:40. It's about 9:40 now, I think. But I've been doing this video, so it's taking a little longer. Let's clear all this out right now. It's 6 o'clock. 9:30. So just about an hour, and this has about, I don't know, like 7 minutes left or something. So not too bad. Like I said, I don't have to worry about food tomorrow. So now this chicken fish is just oozing off the side. So I'm gonna kind of flip it now. So I think the other side to go. Boom. See that? It's all on there. Now, normally I need 2 hands when I peel this off, but we'll see how it comes. Might have to cut you guys out for a second. Yeah, see how that comes off? Boom. It's the skin. Remember, when you if you were just to eat them like that with the skin on, remember to weigh them before you eat it, and then weigh the skin like whatever you don't eat. Because when you're counting tails, man, and you're cutting, you want it all. You want everything you can possibly get in. And if you're wasting, weight on skin you're not eating, that's a scoop of peanut butter. There's some 70% cocoa chocolate. But anyway, so I have it here now, and I'll just chop it up. Chop that shit up. And then what I'm going to try to get is all kind of grayish color. So here's the magic, man. It's pretty much done. I like to put a little burn on it sometimes. I like the flavor, Like I said, to each his own. The biggest thing is you just gotta do it. Cook a little food. It's not like you're cooking for anyone else. If you mess it up a little bit, you'll still crush it. You'll still eat it up. So here's my bowl of broccoli. And then I'm gonna turn my scale back on. It will zeroize with everything in it, so it'll just say 0, which it does. Which you can't see, but who cares? So anyway, I'm gonna put this fish in here. It's supposed to have about 6 ounces today. This looks like a little heavier than 6 ounces. Let me see if I'm right. 6.3, so it's like perfect. Awesome. So sometimes I'll put a thin slice of Swiss cheese on there if I want a little extra flavor, but today I had an extra cup of coffee because I like coffee, and I put a little bit of cream in it, so I count that towards my fat. So today I'm not going to have the cheese, but I'll put a little bit of spicy brown mustard on there. Mustard is one of my favorite condiments to use because there's no calories in most of it. Spicy brown has a little bit of carb in it, but nothing too crazy where it's going to kill you. And it tastes good. Or hot sauce, obviously. Real quick, this is the potato I'll eat tomorrow. I will scrub it clean with soap and water, and then while it's still wet, I'll take about 4 paper towel or 3 paper towel and wrap it up, and then just roll it in the paper towel, and then wrap the edges over and get it wet again. Stick it on a plate and microwave it for about 8 minutes, and then I will cut the skin off of it. I'll just put a slit down it in like 4 different places, and it'll peel right off, and then I mash it with my fork. It'll come out to usually around, if your potato weighs about 500 grams, 550 grams, just like raw like this, after you microwave it, it'll come out to around 350, 325. Just make sure it's like completely soft. So, you can eat it if it's a little hard here and there, but I like to make sure it's soft. So I'll split that into 3 chicken breasts. So it'll be 3 meals, 100 grams of potato on with each one. And my last meal, I will take one of these Tupperware. And before I go to the gym, I'll put 40 grams of oatmeal in it. And while I'm getting ready for the gym, I'll just take my my measuring cup and put a cup of water in there, and then just stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes and let it boil. And then I'll pour the water in there, I'll put the cap on, and go to the gym. And then when I come back, it's like ready to go. And then I just heat my chicken up, heat my oatmeal up, crush it. Oh, please remember to like my stuff down below. Subscribe if you want to. I'll have a bunch of videos here soon, but gotta get that beast mode going.